Hi and welcome to Outwell. In this Pitching 101 video we would like to show you our best tips and tricks on how to obtain a perfect pitch when you go camping. A well-pitched tent not only looks stunning but also ensures the best stability when Mother Nature decides to bring some excitement to your holiday. Before you start pitching your tent, it's a good habit to consider where the wind is coming from. If at all possible, it's optimal to place the tent so that the rear corner is facing towards the wind. Not only will this provide great stability, but it will also ensure that you can sit under your front canopy without having the wind blowing directly at you. It's also very important to just check the ground before you spread out your tent to ensure that no sharp objects has been left behind. If the ground is very uneven or sloping, this will make it difficult to stretch out all the parts of the tent when you're pitching. The first thing we do is to ensure that the straps are loosened at all pegging points. The outer loop is not for pegging. It's there to help you tighten the strap once the tent is pitched. The peg needs to be placed in the inner loop that you create when loosening the straps. The single most important key to success is to ensure the ground sheet is stretched out properly. This resembles the foundation of a house. If not done right, the rest of the pitch will suffer. You do this by starting with stretching out the rear of the tent and pegging out the two corner straps at the back. It's now time to inflate the tent. Before you inflate the tent, it's very important to ensure that the front door is completely open to allow air inside the tent as the tent rises. Having a person inside to help the tubes lift the weight of the fly sheet while inflating will not only make it easier to inflate, but will also severely reduce the stress on the air tubes. Now that we are done inflating the tent, it's very important that we close off all doors before we pitch the rest of the tent. Otherwise, you risk pulling the openings too far apart, which will put unnecessary strain on the zippers and the fly sheet. Now we are ready to peg out the rest of the pegging points and tighten the adjuster straps. It's important that the straps are taut but in no way over-tightened. If your tent has a rain-safe entry or a front canopy, it's now time to install the poles. We are now ready to peg out the guy lines. One of the major differences in pitching an air tent versus a regular pole tent is that the guy lines are not supposed to be very tight. If you over-tighten the guy lines, you risk forcing the tubes to its knees, so to speak, and pulling them out of shape. As mentioned previously, the guy lines on the air tent is not particularly tight. They are not there to anchor down the tent, so to speak, but more to ensure that the tent doesn't take off. An air tent gets most of its stability in the wind from shifting in the wind and absorbing most of the force in this manner. Our tent is now pitched and we're ready to go inside and make ourselves comfortable and enjoy the rest of our holiday.